Have you ever looked up and wondered what it's like to float above the world, gliding with the birds? That's the magic of paragliding: a harness, a colorful wing, and the wind as your engine. For many, it's the ultimate freedom, leaving the noise behind to soar in silence. It's not just for thrill seekers, it's for anyone who dreams of flight. Up there, the world shrinks to a map. The wind whistles past, and you feel every shift in the air. But it's not just a joyride. Pilots need skill, weather sense, and respect for their gear. Powered paragliders make flight even more accessible. No mountain needed, just a motor and open space. It's a personal flying machine, turning sightseeing into an adventure. But with adventure comes risk. The sky is beautiful, but it demands respect. The same wind that lifts you can turn against you, and your equipment must be checked with care. Every pilot knows the risks and accepts them for the chance to fly. It's a bargain with gravity and the sky. But sometimes, even the best prepared pilots face the unexpected. This is the story of a day when a routine flight became a powerful reminder. In the sky, you must always be ready for the unknown. One man's ordinary flight would soon become anything but, and it all began on a perfect Florida morning. January 9, 2026, Florida was showing off. The sky was a flawless blue, the breeze gentle, the beach alive with sunbathers and swimmers. For a paraglider pilot, these were dream conditions. Singer Island bustled with life towels on sand, kids building castles, lifeguards on watch. The ocean sparkled, sandbars visible beneath turquoise waves. On days like this, powered paragliders often traced colorful arcs above the shore. Beachgoers pointed skyward, watching a lone pilot glide along the coast. But the sky, for all its beauty, can be deceptive. Even perfect days can hide challenges. For one pilot, paradise was about to deliver a test. The stage was set for a flight that would become unforgettable. The pilot was a 52-year-old from Pompano Beach, experienced, confident, and at home in the sky. Flying his powered paraglider was routine, a blend of mechanical skill and love for flight. He'd launched from Jupiter, heading south along the Atlantic, a route favored for its stunning views. The paramotor, a motor and propeller strapped to his back, gave him the freedom to explore. The wing above, inflated by the wind, carried him smoothly over the coastline. He was in his element, steering with practiced hands, enjoying the solitude and scenery. To those below, he was just a colorful speck against the blue. But in aviation, routine can turn to emergency in a heartbeat. No one on the beach knew his name, but soon, all eyes would be on him. The line between adventure and crisis was about to vanish, and the sky was about to have the final word. The flight was smooth, until it wasn't. Suddenly the engine's hum faltered, then stopped. The powered paraglider became just a glider, and gravity took over. The pilot's role shifted instantly from sightseeing to survival. He kept the wing stable, scanning for a landing spot. But below was only ocean. A powered paraglider can glide, but not for long. The pilot's training kicked in: control the descent, prepare for water impact. On the beach, people noticed the change. The steady glide, now a rapid drop. The wing stayed open, slowing the fall, but the descent was unmistakable. The peaceful day was about to be interrupted by a dramatic splash. The pilot was no longer a distant figure in the sky. He was in trouble. The ocean, beautiful and vast, was now his only landing zone. Every second counted as he aimed for a safe water landing. The routine flight had become a fight to stay alive, and the beach was about to witness a rescue. The descent felt endless, but the impact came fast. The pilot hit the water, gear and all. A tangle of lines, a heavy motor, and a waterlogged wing. Training says, get clear of the equipment, fast. The wing that kept him aloft now threatened to pull him under. He unclipped, fighting to stay afloat as the motor dragged at him. From shore, the splash was impossible to miss. The beach's mood shifted instantly. Relaxation turned to alarm. Sunbathers sat up, swimmers stopped, and a sense of urgency swept the crowd. Someone was in trouble, far from safety. The pilot's ordeal was just beginning, and help was already on the way. The race against time had started. Lifeguards saw the descent and sprang into action. No hesitation, just instinct. But they weren't alone. Beachgoers, strangers moments before, dove into the waves to help. Ordinary people became rescuers, swimming hard toward the struggling pilot. Lifeguards led, but a team of citizens followed, united by urgency and courage. It was a spontaneous rescue squad, professionals and volunteers all racing for the same goal. The pilot's life depended on their speed and teamwork. In a world where people often look away, this was the opposite. The beach became a stage for real heroism. No one knew what dangers waited in the water, but they went anyway. Together, they formed a lifeline, and they were about to make all the difference. The swim was brutal. Currents, waves, and the weight of urgency. Reaching the pilot, rescuers kept his head above water, unclipping him from the heavy gear. Free from the motor and wing, he could finally breathe and focus on survival. Some rescuers helped him swim back. Others wrangled the massive, sodden wing and motor. The equipment couldn't be left behind. It was a hazard to boats and wildlife. Inch by inch, the team hauled pilot and gear toward shore. Onlookers watched, breath held, as the group emerged from the surf. The pilot, exhausted but alive, was helped onto the sand. The crowd erupted in relief and applause. A disaster had been averted by teamwork and courage. The pilot was safe, thanks to strangers who refused to stand by. The beach had witnessed a rescue to remember, and the story was far from over. With the pilot safe, first responders arrived, police, medics, and lifeguards, all ensuring everyone was okay. Photos captured the aftermath, drenched gear, relieved rescuers, and a shaken but unharmed pilot. The event became the talk of the beach, witnesses sharing stories, pointing out heroes. Strangers were now connected by a shared experience. The pilot, grateful and amazed, thanked those who'd risked the waves for him. The community, if only for a day, felt united. The rescue was a reminder. Beaches are more than sand and water. They're places where people come together. Relief and gratitude filled the air. The pilot's ordeal had ended in safety, thanks to quick action and compassion. And the story would be told long after the waves erased the evidence. This story is more than a paragliding mishap. It's a lesson in preparedness and community. The pilot's training made survival possible. The rescuer's courage made rescue real. Adventure always carries risk, but preparation and teamwork can turn disaster into triumph. The best of humanity shines in moments of crisis, when strangers act without hesitation. It's a reminder. We all have a role in helping others, not just the professionals. Respect for the machine matters. Gear can fail, but knowledge and readiness save lives. The pilot's calm and skill, paired with the rescuer's bravery, made all the difference. Even alone in the sky, you're never truly alone. Community is always below, ready to help. Adventure is about freedom, but also about being smart and grateful for those who catch you when you fall. The pilot will fly again, carrying this lesson with him. His story, written in the sky, was brought safely to shore by heroes. And for everyone on that beach, it was a day they'll never forget. Sometimes, the greatest journeys end with a reminder of the power of human kindness.